Welcome back to Toledo's longest running 9 a.m. show, Good Day. This is the perfect time of year to put your feet up, have a cool drink close by, and get lost in plot twist, urban grit, and unreliable narrators. The Best Lies could be your next great read. New York Times bestselling author Justice David Ellis joins us this morning, and you can meet him Thursday at Main Library in downtown Toledo. Good morning. Thanks for joining us today.
Amanda, thanks for having me. This is great.
You know,
looking forward to coming to Toledo.
Yeah, you're going to love it. You're going to love it here, and we'll be happy to have you. So you have an interesting background, though, as you know, you're an author, but your previous life and current life as well has helped give you something to write about. You were a lawyer, you are a lawyer and a judge as well, right?
I've been a judge for 10 years on the Illinois Appellate Court, so it's, I'll say if nothing else, it gives me a lot of fodder, a lot to work with, and it lets me work both sides of my brain as a writer. I can write judicial opinions and I can write novels.
Yeah, what made you say, I want to, write novels, you know, after doing this other thing?
Yeah, and the truth is I was writing books when I was a kid. And the funny thing is when you get high enough into school, like the high school level, they stop making it a requirement that you do creative writing. And so I always say to people, talking about your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, if they want to write, if you can tell that they have that in them, and the schools are not giving them creative writing assignments, you have to do it yourselves. I have to sometimes, you know, I have a daughter who really likes creative writing, and I'll talk to her about, hey, let's write something together. Let's write a short story. You really need to. It seems like these days the curriculum just stops teaching it. And so I stopped writing, Amanda, for like maybe 15 years.
Sure.
And then when I was a young lawyer, I was watching the sunset on vacation one time. And, you know, we all have those moments, right? Your toes are in the sand, you got a drink in your hand, you're thinking about your life. And I thought, you know, I had this thing that I did for love, not because I had to, because I wanted to. And I decided I would give it another shot.
Wonderful. Well, it's great for all of us who like to read. So, so you're going to be here for the authors event at Main Library in Toledo on Thursday. You're going to be talking about The Best Lies, your latest novel, right?
Yeah, I'll be talking about The Best Lies, and I always say to readers and fans who come, I'll talk to you about whatever you want to talk about. We can talk about judicial stuff. I've done some interesting things in my legal career. I'll talk about the craft of writing if you're just trying to get started, or I'll talk about the books. You know, with these books, I just want to have fun. Because, you know, Amanda, life is so serious now, it seems like, and everyone's so worried about everything. And I just want this book to be a twisty, fun piece of escape, and I think that's what it is.
Well, yes, and thank you for that, because I feel like I was saying earlier today, this last week has been like a year. You know, there's just so much, there's been so much going on. So tell us what the book is about, though.
So the book follows a lawyer who is a pathological liar. He's a diagnosed pathological liar. So that's an interesting sort of insert joke here for a lawyer, right? But on top of that, he's a crusading lawyer. And whenever he sees an injustice, he stops at nothing at great personal cost to fix it. And so the book really begins with this diagnosed pathological liar getting himself charged with murder of a very, very bad person. And he has to use his skills to get out of it. He finds himself in the middle of an undercover FBI operation. So if you can imagine a pathological liar in the middle of an undercover FBI operation, the mind runs wild. So it's a pretty fun book, I think.
And I think there's a love story in there, too, isn't there?
There is a love story. His lost love plays a big role in the book, and I guarantee you will not predict the outcome. You will not guess the twists. But I do think, there is a love story. I don't always do that, by the way. I don't do it just to do it, but it really worked in this book. These are two really strong, interesting characters that I think you're going to love.
Well, looking forward to having you here in town. You know, you've worked with some people over the years, too. James Patterson, is that right? What is it like to work with some other authors?
I mean, I've been writing books with James Patterson. I've been one of his co-authors for I think like 12 books now. And Every time I talk to Jim, it's like, yeah, there's one of them, Invisible. It's like a master class. The man he's the smartest person I've ever met, and he always thinks about the reader. He always says we're not trying to win book awards. We know we're writing fun, fast escapism. We're not trying to do anything but that. But let's always make sure we're writing every chapter is what the reader wants. Every chapter will be enjoyable. And it sounds easy, right? That sounds like an obvious thing to say. It's actually pretty hard to do. But I feel like he now has totally taken over my brain in terms of writing. And I know my writing is more similar to his than it used to be. But the man is a genius, and he's been so good to my career and so good to me.
Always somebody out there to look up to and to inspire you. So
Yeah.
and I love that you write for the readers too, because sometimes we're reading a book and you're like, come on, like.
Yeah.
I need to be entertained, or I need to, have that, that getaway. So, and it sounds like that's what The Best Lies is all about.
100%. I mean, when I finish a chapter, Amanda, I ask myself, was this enjoyable for the reader? And enjoyable can be different things. It could be a really scary chapter, a really heartfelt chapter, suspenseful chapter, whatever it is. No wasted chapters. You want everything to be fun. You want every chapter to say, boy, that was rewarding. I can't wait to read the next one.
I love that you have that thought process behind it, because as a reader, that makes us appreciate it even more. So we want people to come out to the event on Thursday at Main Library. You can get your tickets now, online. Get them. This is going on from 7 to 8 o'clock downtown Toledo. David, thank you so much for taking time to chat with us this morning, and we really hope that you enjoy your stay here in Toledo.
I'm sure I will. It's going to be a blast on Thursday. And Amanda, you're great to have me. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. You take care.